Hey everyone, I recently had a new ET contact experience I was excited to share. And I'm just going to get into it. I'm really excited to share this with you guys. It was a very powerful experience. Recently, I've been having lots more ET contact coming up in my life. For those of you that have been subscribed to Vibes and Frequencies and have been my friends for a while, you know that occasionally I'll share a video where I talk about some new ET contact that happened. And there was a huge dry spell where I actually wasn't having a whole lot of ET contact. And over the span of the last month, it's been growing again and coming back. And today's actually just the day after Thanksgiving. And I just had a contact experience yesterday on actual Thanksgiving. So I wanted to share this experience with you guys and some of the energy that's been kind of coming into my life from this, because I think these are really cool things to share. And I mean, this stuff is really happening. And to be perfectly honest, like I've tried to share some of these experiences with certain people in my family or old friends. And some people are really polite and they accept me for who I am. And they're like, oh, that's cool, Nathan, but they don't really believe me. And it's okay. It's something that I've kind of personally learned to be okay with. If you've had ET contact experiences before, let me know below. Have you ever kind of felt like you really wanted to share that experience with people, but they treat you like you're crazy? Because this is what I've experienced, and I've come to terms with the fact that I don't need people to believe me, because when something is so real and so impactful in your life, that's all that matters. That's all that really matters is what kind of impact and effect that has on your life. So I wanted to just hop in and share this experience with you guys. I know that my friends here on Vibes and Frequencies, they have ET contact experiences too. And if you haven't, then I know a lot of people here are just much more open to the idea that there are things that are happening all around us and that we live in an infinite universe where there's a lot more possibilities than what we are perhaps just taught in the beginning, through school and society, and we learn what's right and what's wrong. And so I'll stop rambling. The last thing I want to say before I tell you guys this experience, though, is happy Thanksgiving, happy late Thanksgiving to all my American friends who celebrate this. Very thankful for you guys. I'm very grateful. Had a lot of time to reflect and just feel how awesome you all are, and I really appreciate you. And second, you may notice that the audio is either A, a lot better than it's been lately, or B, it's going to sound really wrong to you right now. Now, the reason for this is because I've got a new microphone. Thanks to my friend Volpes for letting me know that there was some issues with the audio. I didn't realize. And then looking back and listening to a lot of things, I started to hear it too. So we're trying a new microphone. We're going to see how it goes. So the ET contact experience that I had, I just kind of feel like walking around. I'm going to take this off. The ET contact experience that I personally had was just this Thanksgiving. And essentially what happened is we were all sitting at this bonfire outside my grandparents' house in Tucson. I live here in Sedona, and we went over to Tucson to visit them. And my parents were there, and my cousins and my brothers. It was awesome. So we're all sitting outside at the fire pit, and we're just having normal conversations of, ooh, what musician would you see if they were still alive, if you could only see one, things like this. And I, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, heard this insane shift in a pitch in my ear, like this ringing. Some people might go, it's tinnitus, but it wasn't. I don't have tinnitus. There was this intense shift in the ringing in my ears. It just was like, ring. And it's like was the whole left side of my head, and it moved over to the right. And I started to just feel a little bit kind of like I was just slapped awake, like as if I was dreaming, and all of a sudden something weird happened that makes you stop to think for a second, is this a dream or not? It was kind of like that energy. I was just kind of slapped awake in this way, and literally, I just out of nowhere, instinctively, I just start looking straight up. And Ruby was there next to me. And so I pointed out to her, but there was a UFO moving across the sky. Now, this is something that we see, to be perfectly honest, very, very often. And this is something a lot of my friends here in Sedona and stuff see. I realize the lighting is going to be kind of weird right now, guys. I'm just in like one of those moods where it's like, let's go for a stroll. This is my new apartment that we're renting, by the way, in Sedona. I'll show you guys in the background. You can kind of see as I walk around. So anyways, there's this UFO moving across the sky. And then what ends up happening is we just go back to the conversation, right? Because that's something that's happened a lot already. So to me, it's kind of normal. It wasn't really, whoa. And so I basically just went about my business. And then later on that night, I was laying in bed and I was talking to Ruby and I was saying, there's this weird energy that I feel where I feel like the ETs are trying to get my attention about something again. See, I've had this experience where they come in and they get my attention, and I've had physical contact experiences, experiences where they come to you in dreams, which I know a lot of people experience this too, UFOs, and you just get these hits and these downloads of information, right? And also other dimensional work. So I told her, I was like, I feel like it's one of these episodes again where this is starting to happen, because it's been such a long time since I've been having such recurring experiences. So I was essentially telling her, I really feel like they're trying to tell me something. So I go to sleep, and in my dream, I'm at my grandparents' house. So the same place, right? And we're walking around and it's like a family get together. So it was pretty similar to the fact that we were just having Thanksgiving there, which was kind of funny. Your brain replays certain information in your dreams sometimes. I was digesting it still. And so basically I'm there, we're all having a get together, and I hear this pitch shift in my ear the same exact way that I did in waking life that night before I went to sleep. So in the dream, this pitch shifts, and I felt this instinct. It was like it reminded me of something. It was like a synchronous, deja vu type moment. So I walked away from everyone and the event that was happening, and I walked outside up the hill, and I looked straight up, and there was a UFO up in the sky above me, and it came down extremely close to me to the point where, for me, my whole reality started shaking. I started feeling this like really intense, like some people might say it's panic. To me, I didn't experience it as panic. I felt it as an intensity of like something is happening. And I started to lose the ability, is how I experienced it, to be standing there. And I started to lay down on the ground like this, right? I started to just lay down, and the ship came right above me and hovering over me. Now it was this spherical, almost kind of like reflective craft. While what's in the sky, you see it as like, almost it looks like a star that can move. But as it came closer, it was this like spherical, reflective type craft. And it was hovering over me, and it started to lift me up into it. And at that point, my entire reality, it felt like, if you were to turn the pages in a book, how all the pages are like fanning out. I felt like that was what my reality was doing. Like all the pages were being turned. It was insane. It was like these gears started shifting, right? That's kind of a mechanical analogy for it. But I literally felt like there was some kind of work being done on me. Now, what happened is that when I woke up this morning, I literally feel different. And that's something that I'm hoping that other people here, if you've had ET contact experience, have you ever felt different afterwards? And what was different for you? What was different for you? And do you have any light that you can shed on this for me too, and share your experience with me? Because that's really what I want to do in this video, is connect with some people who have had these experiences too. Because as you guys know, you can't just talk to normal people around you about this stuff. They're like, what's wrong with you, man? So literally, I feel different today. And what it feels like, the difference, and this is what my main point I wanted to make in this video, the difference is that I feel like I've been asleep for probably it feels like a year. It feels like I was lost in a daydream of the mundaneness, of life, of the repetitive actions of being me. Wake up, go to work, you eat, you have certain relationships that you address daily or weekly or something, right? And so I was caught up in this experience of my life. My life became a dream that I became lost in. What it feels like has changed is it feels like I was just slapped awake. It feels like when you are in a dream and everything's to the point where it's nothing crazy, so you don't realize it's a dream. You just go along with it, right? But then something weird happens, like all of a sudden the clock starts melting off the wall, or the colors of the walls start changing. And then you're like, whoa, oh my God, it's a dream. And you wake up, either in the dream you become lucid, or you wake up in your bed, right? That's what I feel like has happened. I feel like I was just asleep. The ETs came to me, and now I'm awake. So it's like I've woken up in a kind of a different type of reality. Now, I'm not 100% if it's literally like this is a different reality or if it's simply my perception that has changed. You know, every little thing that happens, it influences us and we feel these shifts and things. So I wanted to share this experience, not in the format of the video of welcome back to Vibes and Frequencies. I'm going to teach you guys all about vibrational frequency mechanics right now. Though I do love talking about that stuff, and I'm pumped for everyone that's been sharing in that energy with me and being along for that ride. But I want to let you guys know something has awoken within me from this experience. And there's been others too. I'll tell you about one other one. Let's see, we're about 10 minutes. I'm going to try to end my videos at about 14 minutes from now on. It just feels right. So I want to let you guys know I'm going to post another video tomorrow where I'm going to be talking about ET contact in dreams. Oh, dinner's ready. I'm going to be talking about ET contact in dreams. I'm going to be talking about certain manifestation things that I've been unlocking and feeling in my life, and certain experiences and conversations that I've had with extraterrestrials, how these downloads and hits come in. So just so you know, there's going to be a series of videos that I'm going to be putting out for probably the foreseeable next month, where it's going to be, you know, extraterrestrial, starseed, you know, alien themed, because I'm having ridiculous experiences, and what's woken up inside of me is this knowing and this just feeling of this is part of my life. This is who I am. You know, Ruby was telling me in the car on the way driving back from my grandparents' house, this is our bathroom. Check out the bath. Isn't that sick? I love the bath. And then out there, you can see that right up there, that's called Elephant Rock. So we got this awesome view. I'll give you guys a little mini tour in the next videos and stuff, and walk around a little bit more probably. But I'm going to be showing you and sharing a lot of these experiences with you guys. We're going to have this series coming out. So anyways, that's all I want to say. You know, I'm excited to talk about this stuff. I'm supposed to be talking about it. You know, Ruby was just telling me in the van, she's like, I don't know anybody that has had the amount of contact experiences and in all the different ways that you have. And it's literally real. It's literally happened. They literally come to you and share information with you. They've literally given you hits and downloads. And the way that you're living your life is literally because of the ET contact experiences. So basically, I had this awakening, this realization, like, why am I not talking about this stuff more? There's got to be some kind of reason that all of this is happening for me in my life. And I'm, at the very least, if it's not for some kind of reason that I'm meant to be sharing it with everyone, I'm excited to talk about this stuff, guys. This is badass alien experiences that are literally real and happening. And how cool is that? I get this hit and this download and feeling that there is more ET contact on the way, that there are things going on behind the scenes of the dimensions. And I'm going to be talking about that with you guys in an upcoming video about the dimensions of being a starseed. That's probably what the title will be. So keep your eye out for that. I'm going to be talking about where this energy comes in and how you guys are likely having these experiences too, and how to have more awareness, maybe how to attract more if that's something you're open to and interested in. So those are the kinds of things I'm going to be talking about. Last thing I'll say before we end this video is also, it was about two or 3 weeks ago. That's about the time frame. I was driving. Ruby was there in the van with me. And all of a sudden, I had this sensation of like, your hair stands up. This energy moves through. It's like this, people talk about this kind of Kundalini energy. It was like, whoosh, I was like lit all of a sudden and hyper aware. And there was this intense articulation of the intelligent energy that moves through me, in terms of when you feel like you're really just flowing and you're able to express a lot of ideas and you're channeling some kind of higher vibrational energy. If you've ever had that experience, it immediately clicked me into that piece of where channeling state. And I had this thought, and it was about something else in my life. I'll share with you guys. I'm dragging this video on longer than I wanted. I'm so excited about this stuff. And literally, right in front of the van, there was like this ripple, like a mirage, like how in the desert you see the heat waves and it kind of looks like there's a pond of water. It was like prana, heat wave energy rippling like this, and it caught my eye. And immediately, something came out of it like it was a portal, literally floating in front of the van. It was, again, a reflective spherical object, just teleported right there. And all of a sudden, I had all these downloads and hits of information. I felt all of the energy inside of me go, like someone might say panic, but it was just insane. It was a crazy heart opening. It was like, whoa. And so I'm driving and I'm trying to keep my shit together and stay on the road. And this thing literally appears, to the way I'm visually able to perceive it in the physical dimension, to burst into flames like a fireball, and it launched off like that. Now, what I was thinking about when that event synchronized and manifested demonstrated that the ETs were giving me a sign that what I was thinking about moving forward and doing in my life was what I was supposed to do. I've had tons of ET experiences where I'm unsure of something and they show up like a guide and kind of nudge me in the right direction. They help me to feel safe and protected. They feel like my family. They feel more comfortable for me to be around and interact with. Like they just get me, you know? And it's like, it helps me in so many ways. So thank you guys, by the way, if you like this video, for going below and liking it. And thanks for subscribing for the future content coming out. I'm going to be having kind of daily videos for as long as that's what I feel like doing. It might be a few months of daily videos. I know not everyone's going to have the ability to watch every single video, but I'm just really excited to share some stuff that's coming through right now. And that's what matters to me. I have this platform to do it. So if you see a title that even slightly resonates with you, check it out. There's going to be some really cool information coming through. I'm going to be sharing with you guys from stuff that I've learned from the ETs and from my experiences with them. So thanks a lot. Much love to you guys, and I'll see you for the next video tomorrow. Much love.